Alright, boys, you already know what it is. We're back with another MMA video, and as you can tell by the title, we are ranking the divisions from worst to best, and this is the definitive list. I don't give a shit about everyone else's fucking opinions. Mine's the only one that matters. Anyway, let's get into it. Starting off, obviously, we have flyweight. No offense to flyweight fans, but let's be real. It's kind of the weakest division. No one really gets too hyped for fucking flyweight title headliner. It's always a co-main event. It's never the main event, you know what I'm saying? And I have some reasons listed here to help my brain roll. There's barely any exciting fighters. I mean, sure, some wannabe hardcore fanboys can be like, David Dvorak or whatever. Okay, isn't he top 15? Isn't he number 15? Just because he has a cool last name doesn't mean that he's an exciting fighter. And no one is selling these fights. This is why I put this last bullet point. Manel Kape is carrying the division hardcore. Like, he had that crazy press event where he was calling out Kai Kara-France, and then fucking Adesanya stepped up, and then Manel Kape was just like, man, sit the fuck down, bro. Who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't give a fuck. And he's exciting. He's an exciting character. He makes me excited to see him fight. People like Kai Kara-France are cool because they kick ass, but really not much personality there. I mean, I'll watch a Kai Kara-France fight, but I won't be excited for like a Manel Kape fight. You can call me a casual, I don't care. But it's true, these guys aren't exciting. Figgy left the division. Him and Moreno were carrying hard for a while. So now that Figgy's gone, I mean, and I put Brandon Moreno's in a weird spot because he's, ever since the first Figueiredo fight, I think he's always had title fights. The 4 with Figgy, the one with, what's his name? Kai Kara-France. It was an interim belt, so it still counts. And then the one with Pantoja. And he already lost to Pantoja 3 times. So how are we going to justify a 4th? Like, he's fighting Amir Albazi. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And he fucking robbed Kai Kara-France of a win. So then that fight's already happened. That one was controversial. Maybe run that back. But if Moreno fights Amir Albazi, he's probably going to kick his ass. And what are we going to do? If whoever wins, if Brandon Royval wins against Pantoja, that's best case scenario, then you could give Moreno a fight. But as of right now, I think Pantoja has beaten Royval and Moreno has beaten Royval as well. So everyone's in a weird spot. And there's no exciting like up-and-comers. Anything below the top 5, no one's really exciting. Okay, well, I think Manel Kape is like 7 or 8. So Manel Kape, Kai Kara-France, Pantoja, Moreno. That's pretty much it. Pantoja only because he's holding the title and he has the title of beating Moreno 3 times. No one really cares about Royval. Anyone outside of like the MMA community, no one really cares. Like, if I went on ask one of my homies, like Josh or my homie Tyler, I'm like, you excited for fucking Brandon Royval? They're like, who the fuck is that? Like, sure, for fucking hardcore fans, you could say this is the best division, but who gives a fuck? Anyway, on to the next one. Second worst division I have is heavyweight. And as you could tell by the first bullet point, after Jon Jones and Stipe retire, that's 2 big names out of there. Jon Jones arguably being the greatest fighter of all time. Stipe being the greatest heavyweight of all time, even though he's old. You haven't seen him fought any of these younger guys. Jones isn't going to fight any of these other guys. So once they leave, it's kind of like a weird void. That's 2 big names. And then you get like the fat fucking copy and paste people like Parker Porter and stuff move up into the top 15 because 2 spots are now gone. And then the second bullet point is everyone's has already fought each other. What, Jairzinho and fucking Curtis Blades have already fought. Fucking Derek Lewis fought Curtis Blades already. I'm pretty sure he fought Jairzinho as well. Fucking Derek Lewis is like top 10, so he isn't getting anywhere. Tom Aspinall already fought Curtis Blades, even though that one was an injury, so maybe you can run that back. But who is Curtis Blades going to fight to, get back up there? Tai Tuivasa, maybe. Tai Tuivasa's falling. Alexander Volkov has already fought fucking Cyril Gane and Tom Aspinall. So it's just weird. Everything's going to be a trilogy fight now. Everyone's already fought, bro. And if there's no rising contenders to stir up the pot, then it's going to be a stalemate. Everyone's going to fight like 6 times. Tom Aspinall is probably going to rematch Curtis Blades down the line, and he's going to beat his ass. And then what, a 3rd fucking fight because the first one, Tom Aspinall injured himself? No, how can you justify that? No, just because the division's fucking weak doesn't mean that we should just fucking have everyone fight each other. Jairzinho isn't even close. He got destroyed by fucking Jailton Almeida. Jailton Almeida is like the only one who's potentially a rising star. And then just the other, like a couple events ago, they had like a Dana White Contender Series matchup. Like, they brought people from the Contender Series, and they didn't even look like true heavyweights. They just look like people who are too lazy to train and cut down to middleweight. The reason why I put this over flyweight, they're almost interchangeable in my opinion, but I would say this is more exciting because Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane, that's an exciting fight. What, Brandon Royval and Pantoja is an exciting fight, even though Pantoja already beat Royval and Moreno already beat Royval. That's not exciting. Cyril Gane and Aspinall is exciting. Jailton Almeida versus Aspinall is exciting. Jailton Almeida versus Cyril Gane is exciting. John Jones versus Stipe, sure, it's not the craziest, most exciting fight, but it's a nice send-off. Fuck it, right? And who knows? What if John Jones sticks around? We're just assuming he's retiring, but who knows? I don't think he's gonna. But it's exciting somewhat. But probably once Jones and Stipe leave and Cyril Gane and Tom Aspinall fight, it might be the weakest division. Anyway, on to the third. Light heavyweight. This is a weak lineup, mainly because after top 5 is Yuri. Alex Pereira and Yuri already fought, so Alex is number 1. Yuri's, well, he's the champion. Yuri's number 1. I don't even know who number 2 is. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like Magomed Ankalaev or something. Magomed Ankalaev, Jan Blachowicz. I'm still calling for it, the Johnny Walker resurgence. I know he's ranked number 7 and people think he's kind of stupid, but I'm feeling that he's coming up. He's the only rising contender in my opinion. And then you got fucking Rakic, I guess. I don't think Rakic is that crazy as people made him out to be. That's pretty much it. And then after that you got what? Anthony Smith, Ryan Spann. Who cares about these dudes? Dominic Reyes, is he even still ranked? You know what? I think this is a good spot. I was about to say it could be interchangeable with heavyweight and flyweight, but no, I think this is a good spot. Alex Pereira spices it up. Jamal Hill's going to come back and potentially fight Alex Pereira or rematch or fight Yuri or fight someone, you know. There's still exciting fights and people. Like, I want to see Jan and Pereira run it back. Not at altitude because they both gassed out pretty quick. I want to see Jan versus Yuri. Magomed versus Johnny Walker, I think, is going to be a banger fight. A lot of people dick ride Magomed Ankalaev, not me. I dick ride my boy Johnny Walker. Shout out, bro. But yeah, anyway, so there's exciting fights. There are no rising contenders because the one rising contender is already at the top. But him being champion, and I say cursed after John Jones because fucking Yuri got injured, Jamal Hill got injured. Hopefully, Alex Pereira doesn't get injured. That would be terrible. And then if Alex Pereira dominates for a while, maybe Adesanya can move up. You know what I'm saying? So there's exciting matchups. There's just no exciting rising contenders within the division itself. Like I said, you got Ryan Spann, fucking Anthony Smith. What's his name? Dustin Jacoby. I think he's Khalil Roundtree. Sure, but we haven't seen them really fight the top dogs yet. So, I mean, are they exciting? I guess, but not really. I think like top 7, that's probably as far as we'll get. So that's 7 people. That's a pretty good lineup. But after that, no one gives a fuck. That's why I feel like this is a good position for it, because heavyweight and flyweight are literally the same division, just one's fatter. No offense to the heavyweights, because some of them are fucking jacked to shit. Jailton Almeida, have you seen Jailton Almeida? But yeah, so they're like the same thing, basically like 4 good fighters. But light heavyweight has 7 at least. I'll give it to that. So this is a good spot in my opinion. Anyway, next division, I have welterweight. You guys like my joke? Get it? Because this is the most annoying top 5 in any division in the fucking UFC. Tell me when I'm telling lies. These motherfuckers, it took forever for fucking Leon to book the Colby fight. Like, sure, you wanted some time off, go for it, whatever the fuck, after beating Usman. But you could have still scheduled the fight for, like, December or something. It took you, like, 2 months ago to finally schedule the fight? Like, Jesus, bro. Rising talent aren't that exciting. You got Ian Gary, you got Sean Brady. Sean Brady got beat by my boy Bilal Muhammad. And then Ian Gary's just annoying. I mean, he's exciting in a sense, like, people want to watch him, like, get his ass kicked, but he's undefeated. So, you know, he's an exciting fighter, but, like, you know, fucking Ian Gary had to, like, make up a storyline to make his Neil Magny fight exciting, and then he couldn't even finish Neil Magny. A lot of people are saying that he's going to absolutely destroy Vicente Luque. But is he? Vicente Luque did a pretty good job, like, grappling with RDA. So, how do we know if Gary, because no offense, Neil Magny didn't really grapple with Ian Gary. And then you got Jack Della Maddalena, Kevin Holland. They just fought. They gave a stinker fight. Kevin Holland's not that excited. Oh, I'm not chasing the belt, bro. Mr. Copium over there. Okay, we get it. You're not chasing the belt, but you can still comment on these questions, motherfucker. And then, like I said, Jack Della Maddalena. They both gave like a shitty fight. They both haven't really fought the top of the division yet, so we can't tell if they're good or if they're just good within the top 15, like the bottom of the top 15. So who knows? There's still exciting fights. Shavkat versus Wonderboy, that's exciting. Like I said, Vicente Luque and Ian Gary, that's exciting. Jeff Neal is still an interesting fighter, whoever he fights. Him and Shavkat had a fucking war. That shit was fire. Gilbert Burns might come back. Hopefully he hasn't retired. I know he's kind of up there in age for fighting, and he just injured his shoulder against Bilal. But, man, there's still some excitement in this division. It's just no one wants to fight. Everyone's like, I deserve a title shot. I deserve a title shot, blah, blah, blah. Kamaru Usman may be in both the middleweight and the welterweight, so there's still some interesting fights that could happen. That's why I said some exciting fights are preventing it from dropping. Because we finally got Leon Colby. We got Shavkat Wonderboy, Vicente Luque, and Ian Gary. We got some good fights that could potentially shake up the top 5. So, I'm not completely disregarding this division. It's just annoying how everyone's like, I deserve a title shot. I don't want to fight unless it's for a title. Bro, what are you doing? You're stalling the division. Just fight each other. And I put Bilal Muhammad at the end as a joke. That's my boy. Shout out. Next up, I have lightweight. A lot of people might find this controversial. Like, oh my god, lightweight is the best fucking division. Shout out, yeah. But everyone has already fought each other. Charles already beat Dustin, Chandler, and Justin. Dustin and Justin. And then Chandler already fought Dustin and Justin. Justin and Dustin already fought each other. Like, dude. Yeah, the only one who's really fought an up-and-comer is Justin Gaethje. He fought Rafael Fiziev. And then we saw how Fiziev got his ass kicked by Justin Gaethje. And now Justin Gaethje's like, I deserve a title shot, even though Charles Oliveira pulled out because he got injured. I deserve it over him. And then Dana White's just like, yeah, we're giving it to Charles, obviously. The only one that could potentially shake up like the... I mean, Beneil Dariush just got his ass beat by Arman. So Arman, I made this list before that fight, but I'm still keeping it the rankings the same. I feel like one shakeup isn't going to shake up the whole division because no one's going to want to fight Arman. Justin, Dustin, Chandler, no one's going to want to fight them. Justin thinks he deserves a title shot. Sure, you beat Dustin Poirier. Who cares? That was an exciting fight. Chandler is waiting for the McGregor fight if that's ever going to happen. And Dustin, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. So no one's going to fight Arman. Arman is ranked 4 now. Benny Dariush, I think, was ranked 4. I don't know where Mateusz Gamrot is, or Mateusz Gamrot. I forgot which way you pronounce it. It's like some exciting fights and some exciting fighter resurgences. Like Bobby Green finally got on the rankings, and people were like, oh, he might get somewhere. And then Jalen Turner knocked him out. So Jalen Turner potentially going up. That's exciting. Dan Hooker might have a resurgence. That's exciting. So, but that's pretty much it. Oh, Benoit Saint Denis. He's like the first like young up-and-comer hungry fighter that may be able to crack in the top 5. Because we already saw that Rafael Fiziev couldn't do it. Mateusz Gamrot is having trouble being an exciting fighter. Probably would get his ass kicked by Charles, everyone else. But yeah, that's basically it. Not much new talent, and all the new talent has shown their level. They're not really quite there yet. And then Dustin Poirier is holding up the division. Chandler is holding up the division. Justin's holding up the division. These guys don't want to fight the new up-and-coming guys. They're literally using Beneil Dariush as the guy. Like, Beneil Dariush, if he beat Charles Oliveira, that would finally some new blood, right? But Charles Oliveira is that guy, so. And then Benny Dariush showed that he's also kind of not that guy by losing to Arman. Arman showing that he could be that guy, but who's he going to show? Justin, and Chandler don't want to fight. Oliveira's fighting fucking Makhachev already. So maybe they're just going to wait. But then if Islam beats Charles, Justin's going to be like, I deserve a title shot. Do you, bro? Over a win against fucking Dustin Poirier? Are you fucking kidding me? Both of you were fighting for the losers bracket. You both lost to fucking Charles. I guess Justin deserves it. But then Arman's just waiting. Because Chandler's waiting and Dustin doesn't want to fight unless it's for a title. Which is stupid because he doesn't deserve it. It feels like it's becoming a stale division. All these top guys don't want to fight anyone. They're too busy fighting each other instead. Not much new talent. Like I said, Benoit Saint Denis is finally getting up there. Maybe Patty can shake up the division. I don't think so. Matt Frivola got his ass kicked. Fucking Rafael Fiziev, Mateusz Gamrot, Jalen Turner. Like, I don't know. Dan Hooker. Like, no. It's a pretty weak division. But I feel like the top 5 and potential fights are keeping it from falling below welterweight. At least these guys are fighting each other, right? All right, on to the next one. I don't know how many divisions we got left, but next up we have is featherweight. This may seem controversial because everyone's like, oh, pound for pound, this has the most skill. And I'm like, true, but I'm talking about excitement, potential fights, best divisions, lineup, you know what I'm saying, future lineups and stuff like that. So I have this one. I think this is 3rd or 4th place. I don't remember. I think it's 3rd. But my first point is halted thanks to Max and Volk. Volk has already beat everyone. Max has already beat everyone. People literally have to jump over Max to fight Volk, but Max still wants to fight because he wants to fight Volk for a 4th time. But there are many good fighters within the top 15. That's why I put it here. Because you got Max, Volk, Ilia Topuria, Brian Ortega. We'll get to my 4th point later. You got Calvin Kattar, Arnold Allen. You got, shout out Josh Emmett, but he's not that great. But I'll put Josh Emmett in there. You know what I'm saying? There's some good fighters. And Aljamain Sterling might go up. So that there's some shit helping it. And if Ilia Topuria can pull the upset against Volk, that opens up the division once again. So then it becomes a really top division. Max can fight for the title again. Probably gain the title. Brian Ortega rematch with Max for the title, or Yair, or fucking Arnold Allen, Calvin Kattar. I mean, all these guys have really fought each other, but that's because they're waiting because Max and Volk are destroying the division. Maybe Max can move up. Who knows? He wants to fight Justin Gaethje, so maybe Max can move up, and then if that happens, that also clears up the division. Volk might. I don't know if he gets knocked out by Ilia, he'll retire. He is 35, 36, maybe. But anyway, on to my last point. Why is Brian Ortega not fighting? This man's like the fucking featherweight Colby Covington. He hasn't fought since he got his ass beat by Volk. And he's ranked number 3 for some reason still. I heard they're rematching him and Yair in Mexico. Okay, it took you 4 years to do that? And you better not be in the top 5, not even the top 10, Mr. Inactive fuck. Because he's going to just wait for another potential number 1 contenders match. Even though he's a skilled fighter, we want to see you fight. Stop holding up the division. Fucking featherweight Colby Covington. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, anyway. The things that are saving it, there are many good fighters within the top 15. Potential Aljamain Sterling stir-up. And potentially the stir-up of Ilia Topuria upsetting against Alexander Volkanovski. So, and skill-wise, this division's pretty good. Anyway, on to I think the second to last. It is the second to last. All right, next up we got middleweight. It used to be one of the weakest, fucking most boring divisions ever. No offense, because of fucking Adesanya lapping the division and none of these new talent. But now we have a bunch of new talent. I know Brendan Allen's been fighting for a while, but now he's making it up in the rankings. You got Shara Bullet, who just debuted, even though he kind of looks a little shit with his takedown defense. Like Dana White said, work on your takedown defense. Then you might be fucking going up there. And I think, what's his name? Alex Hernandez is in top 15 now. Khamzat is in the division. Kamaru Usman might stay in the division. There's a lot of movement now. And I feel like with Adesanya taking a break and Sean Strickland finally being the new champion, there's more matchups. Robert Whittaker can fight for a title again. Jared Cannonier can fight for a potential title. Marvin Vettori, all these guys who already lost to Adesanya now have an opportunity. And my prediction is I feel the title's going to move. I feel like Sean Strickland's going to get beat by Dricus du Plessis. I feel like Dricus is going to get beat by someone else, potentially. Maybe hold it on for a little bit. He has the most potential to hold it on. Maybe a Robert Whittaker rematch, because Robert Whittaker does do well in rematches. And maybe Khamzat, maybe fucking Paulo Costa, anyone. I feel like there's a lot of movement in the division. So it's exciting. There's new talent coming in. It's very exciting. This division has become from the worst, probably. If this was like last year, I would have put this worst. It went from the worst to now second best, in my opinion. But anyway, now we get on to the last one. And if you guys know the divisions off the top of your head, you probably know which division it is. It is bantamweight. It has a solid roster of fighters, exciting fighters outside the top 10. Martinez, Umar Saeed, and Ricky Simone. And then you got Song Yadong fighting. You got fucking Figueiredo in there now. Get the fuck out of here, Rob Font. I just wanted to take a shot at Rob Font because disgusting. And then we have a movement. We finally have movement. O'Malley versus Vera 2. Aljamain is not holding up the division, so Merab can fight for her title. Aljamain wasn't holding up the division. If anything, Merab was holding it up. But Aljamain moving up opens it up for Merab to win the title. Henry Cejudo's there. Corey Sandhagen. All these guys are Piotr Jan if he decides to finally come back. This is an exciting division, and the skill-wise, it's a good division as well. And they actually have good rising talent. Like I said, these guys outside the top 10, and then you got Song Yadong. It's exciting. This is an exciting division. This is what a division needs to be. It needs to have good movement, exciting fighters. Everyone's exciting. Vera is exciting. He's funny. He's a personality. O'Malley, he's kind of bland of personality, but people follow him for some reason. Henry Cejudo, Kina Cringe, he's that annoying personality. Merab, his personality is that he's a fucking cardio machine. Corey Sandhagen is cool because he does crazy shit, flying knees and shit like that. Piotr Jan is scary because no mercy. It's exciting. These fighters are exciting. You want to see these guys fight. It's not just like, oh yeah, I like watching them fight, but besides that, they're kind of boring. No, not here, bro. Not in bantamweight, bro. Everyone's exciting. And like I said, movement and O'Malley versus Vera 2. Predictions for this division, I also think it's going to move hands. The title's going to move hands a couple of times. Because we haven't really seen Vera get hurt by anyone. And then Vera is probably going to beat O'Malley because, like I said, Vera hasn't really gotten hurt in any of his fights. Maybe like a bruise. That's it. But he doesn't get hurt. And he could just leg kick the shit out of fucking O'Malley. O'Malley's probably waiting for that, but Vera might mix in some grappling. He's not afraid. He's not hesitant like Aljamain was. Because beating O'Malley, being the only person to beat O'Malley, kind of gives you some confidence. And Vera, like I said, has a granite chin, so he probably will walk the pressure of Vera. But like I said, he needs to be careful. He's a slow starter, and if he lets O'Malley get those first three rounds, he could lose by decision. But yeah, anyway. Like I said, solid roster, good potential matchups, good rising contenders, what a division needs to be. And I'm excited for the movement because O'Malley versus Vera 2, if O'Malley wins, if Vera wins, then Merab, the winner of Merab and Henry Cejudo gets a shot. And then Corey Sandhagen should get his fucking shot. Stop trying to make that fucking Umar Nurmagomedov fight. Let Umar fight someone else. But anyway, this is an exciting division. I'm very excited to see what happens for this. And I'm pretty sure that's all the divisions. Yes, and then we'll go back down the line. So number 1 division we got is bantamweight. Second division we got is middleweight. Third is featherweight. Fourth is lightweight. That may be controversial, but come on, guys, be honest with yourselves. What was that? Fourth, fifth is welterweight. That joke is still funny. What was that? Fifth, sixth, light heavyweight. Seventh, heavyweight. Eighth, sorry, flyweight. You're the least exciting division. Manel Cap carrying hard. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, do whatever. If you want to flame me in the comments, go for it. You know what? I don't care, bro. This is true. It's true that this is how the divisions are. I'm not joking. This is just from what I watched. But I'm like very confident that many of you would agree. The only one I don't agree with is potentially lightweight. I feel like people might be like, oh no, lightweight's the best. But come on, bro. Listen to my arguments. Watch the video actually, and then maybe you'll agree with me. Because it's true. These guys have already fought each other. The old guard doesn't want to fight the new guard. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And like I said, comment if you want. And have a great rest of your day.